I can't get over how innocent you really are, like the world hasn't touched you yet, even though it tried so hard. There's something dangerous about your innocence. It disarms people, softens hearts, and exposes how cruel the world has become. You walk through life without suspicion, and I envy that purity more than I admit out loud. Your innocence isn't weakness. It's proof that you chose kindness in a world that rewards cruelty. I watch how you trust so easily, and it terrifies me how rare that kind of soul has become. You don't realize it, but your innocence makes even broken people want to be better around you. The way you believe in good intentions feels like a memory from a life I lost a long time ago. You still see people for who they could be, not who they repeatedly prove themselves to be. Your laughter isn't calculated. Your smiles aren't strategic. You're honest in a way that feels illegal now. I can't tell if your innocence comes from strength or from surviving without becoming bitter. You react to things with genuine surprise, and it reminds me how numb the rest of us are. There's a softness in you that hasn't been hardened by betrayal, and that alone is miraculous. You still believe words mean something, and promises aren't just decorations people throw away. Watching you trust feels like watching someone walk barefoot through a world full of glass. Your innocence doesn't come from ignorance. It comes from refusing to let pain rewrite your heart. You haven't learned how to manipulate, and somehow that makes you the most powerful person in the room. The world didn't fail to hurt you. You just refused to let it change who you are. You still look at people with curiosity instead of suspicion, and that breaks me a little. Your innocence is loud in a world that thrives on quiet corruption. You don't play emotional games, and people don't know what to do with that kind of honesty. I can't decide if I want to protect your innocence or learn how you preserved it. You ask sincere questions, not because you're naive, but because you actually care about the answers. You don't expect betrayal, and that expectation alone feels like rebellion. There's something sacred about how untouched your intentions still are. You haven't learned how to pretend, and that scares people who live behind masks. Your innocence makes others uncomfortable because it reflects what they lost. You still feel things deeply without irony or detachment, and that's rare now. I watch you move through chaos with a gentle heart, and I don't know how you survived intact. You don't assume the worst, and that alone feels like an endangered trait. Your innocence isn't fragile, it's stubborn. You don't collect emotional armor, you collect understanding. People mistake your innocence for simplicity, not realizing how much strength it takes to stay kind. You haven't let disappointment teach you how to be cruel. Your reactions are real, not rehearsed, and that honesty is disarming. You still believe connection matters, even after seeing how easily it breaks. There's no hidden agenda in your words, and that transparency is terrifyingly rare. You haven't mastered indifference, and that makes you powerful in ways you don't see. Your innocence survived things that destroyed others, and that tells me everything. You don't harden when hurt, you soften, and that's revolutionary. I don't know how you kept your heart open when the world kept trying to close it. You still expect decency, and that expectation alone feels radical. Your innocence isn't about not knowing pain, it's about choosing not to become it. You don't use people, you see them. You haven't learned how to stop caring, and I hope you never do. Your innocence feels like a quiet protest against everything broken. You don't calculate emotions, you feel them honestly. I can't get over how untouched your intentions are in such a manipulative world. You still believe love should be gentle, not strategic. Your innocence makes even cynics pause and remember who they were. You didn't lose yourself to survival, and that's rare. You don't weaponize vulnerability, you live inside it. There's nothing performative about you, and that authenticity is magnetic. You still approach people with hope instead of defense. Your innocence feels like sunlight in a room that forgot what warmth was.